First off, I'm laughing here, right? Because I'm looking at this box. This box has been sitting here for like a day or so. So this is a computer desk. I know, you see that. Computer desk with a filing cabinet, right? For the life of me, I cannot figure out what the heck that says. Does that say, like, is that supposed to be like an F? So is it furology? Furology? Dude, I actually can't. I can't tell, dude. Furology. F-U-R-O-L-O-G-E-E. It's a 61-inch computer desk with power outlet strips. It even has USB ports. I didn't realize that it had USB ports, so that's something interesting. In white. Dongguan Yubang Smart Home Limited. Whatever, dude. It's a computer desk. This isn't to stay here. This was a temporary, like, deal. The intent was to put, I guess, this desk, I think, is gonna be, like, in the corner of this room or some kind of something. I think it's gonna go up against that wall. I'm not positive. Maybe put the Bowflex here and put the treadmill here, and that way my wife has a place to work out, as well as I, and then we'll have some music, and I'm not sure, like, about a TV screen. Might put a TV screen on that wall. I'm not sure yet. There is a power outlet right there. And yes, I have dirty cars in here, but that's what a vacuum's for. Crack this thing open. We're gonna see what this is like to build. It did say team lift. Yeah, guy, whatever. Team lift. Haha, there we go. I didn't even know it had this, dude. This has RGB lights. Are you kidding me? It has an LED strip light. That and a remote, dude. What? I did not even know that it had this. Power outlet, so for indoor use only, but it's got the 2 USB ports. Not sure if that's quick charge or not. Nuts, bolts, screws. Not sure what it's going to need for tools. Hopefully it comes with a tool, kind of like IKEA kind of stuff. I was wondering what these were going to be like. So these look like the storage bins. So desk with outlet and LED light user manual. So it's got the section where you put a tower computer, would obviously be right here, and then you can put your monitor up to, oh, this gotta be mint, dude. Better than I thought. All right, so you can have the file drawer either on the right or the left. Doesn't make a difference. That's usually how these things go. Parts list, you wanna make sure that you got everything. Ah, dude, they give you tools. So we are gonna use their tools to put this thing together. Boy, that's a lot of parts. Furology service at sincerehl.com. That's kind of funny. So this must be like Amazon kind of stuff here. Yeah, this is a lot of steps. I did get the white because I figured white was bright. So we got number 2. It's the filing cabinet thing. There's the other filing cabinet thing. Piece number 4. Pretty lightweight metal, which is good because it's going to make it easy to move around. I'm going to check out how this was done here. Not sure how this is on there, but oh, it's welded, dude. All right, so they got some welds on there. Pretty cool. Keeps it nice and flat. So that piece is welded. Here's the other piece. Got some rods. These must be like strength rods or stiffening rods or something. Or maybe these are for the file cabinet things. Board 5. Another piece here. Board, it's either a 6 or a 9. Number 16. Oh my god. Oh no. You got these are those little supports there for the upper shelf. Whole bunch of more tubes. More tubes. Cardboard. The main desk unit, it's got these like little bumpers that protect the corners from shipping. It's got those nutsert type of deals in there. So this does come in an optional wood color. Like I was saying, I wanted this one because it was just that brighter kind of, brighter white. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a brighter kind of deal. Brighten up a room. All right. Another board, which is that top board. 2 more rods. And it looks like that's it. There's a little mark right here. Look like the paint kind of isn't all the way at the edge, but for the price of this thing, who cares, man? It's just a stinking little desk. So it looks like it doesn't matter which way it goes, so that little spot can be towards the back, where I'll never see it. Giving you a look inside, you can see it is that press board. This is the stuff that you're gonna get. You're not gonna get premium, you know, woods and stuff. Maybe if you got the darker color, something like this, you probably wouldn't end up seeing. So again, no big deal. You know, if I wanted to contact the manufacturer and say, hey, you know, you gave me a scuffed board, who knows? But it has like a grain. It kind of almost looks like a real wood kind of deal. If I come across any issues while we're doing this, I'll let you know. These little inserts here that are threaded for the bolts are spot welded. So at least things are seemingly put together okay. So this is obviously piece number 12. Another piece 12. 15. We're looking at number 11. Number 11. There we go. Number 9. Got number 13 here, which is obviously some type of like a, I'm assuming this is the bottom T-brace. Welds look all right. Still can't get over the fact that it's got LED lights, dude. I didn't even know. Stinking little remote control. It does have colors for the remote. And it's got a little ripcord thing here for the battery. Instructions, functions. Here's the little LED control. This thing is pretty slick, dude. This is neat. Did not even know that it came with lights. That's a riot, dude. Didn't even know. So we've got the adjustable feet. It's kind of neat. Adjustable feet. They are knurled, or at least ribbed on the edges, so you can grab them. Pull handles for those cloth things there. Part bag K, and that's all your associated. You got your wrench, and you've got your Allen wrenches as well. So, but I was looking over the directions. Very, very easy. Basically tells you, you know, what pieces to get. So piece number 7, piece number 8. You're going to get 4 pieces of those. 4 pieces of these things. Step 1, screwing the little leg pieces or adjustable height leg pieces into the bottom there. Then switching over the page, again, up at the top, assemble the file cabinet. You're going to need 1 piece of number 4, 2 pieces of number 9, and then 4 pieces from E-bag, 4 pieces from F-bag. The instructions are very, very easy. So nobody should have an issue. Nobody should have an issue with this thing. Nobody. All right, well, if you made it this far, guy, yeah, we encounter our first issue, I guess. So I guess as long as you go into this with low expectations, you'll probably be good. So I've been fighting with this for a little bit. You can see it's kind of like dark on the threads, and it's dark in there. It did actually add a little bit of WD just to see if like it was a burr. This is my second fastener. And the problem is you can't power through it because this is just a spline inside of plastic. So I'm working it back and forth, and what I think it is the thread pitch or something about this nut that's in here. It's like trying to thread in a metric into a standard. You can go just so far and then it starts to bind, and that's exactly what it's doing. So I can get it to a point, and I even went ahead and I grabbed one of these fasteners with a Y wrench, thinking, you know, if I could just get past whatever that little burr was, because that's what I was thinking it was. See how it's got the black threads. So what it's saying is that there's a collision. There's this thread pitch does not match this thread pitch. Yeah, it like I said, it goes just so far, and then it locks. Once it starts to try, see how I'm saying? See how it's actually all the way through? And the reason why is because I've conformed these threads to match whatever this is. So far, that's the first issue that I'm coming across. Guy, you do get what you pay for to an extent. So you might struggle with the feet. I don't know, maybe if you contact this company here, maybe they'll send out a couple extra pieces. Maybe they'll send out some of these, who knows. Maybe something will work. What's going on, Haley? She can't hear no more, she's deaf. Haley! No, I'm not yelling at you. Haley! Hey, honey, I'm not yelling at you. Dude, I'm serious. All of these are like butter. All of them, except for this one damn one. It's literally the nut that's inside is just a different pitch, man. All of these other ones, dude, went in like butter. No issues. Just this one is killing me, man. Got to be careful with tightening these fasteners because the metal is so thin-walled, which is great for lightweight, but because it's so thin-walled, you can only tighten these fasteners down just so much. You have to be careful. These ones right here that went into the wood, same thing. Just bury it until it basically touches the metal and leaves just a slight imprint. Otherwise, you're going to be deforming the metal. You could literally crush these tubes, so you don't want to do that. Something that you might want to consider using, believe it or not, might be a thread lock if this is a permanent situation when you're going metal to metal. Does not work when you're going metal to wood. So the first piece is built. The only issue again that I came across was just the fact that this one threaded fastener is not the right pitch. And how I know that, it's just not right. It's like this is defective, or it's just a different one. So what it's doing is it's slightly re-angling my threads. So these threads are more, how do I say it? You've got a straighter thread portion here, and this is a slightly more angled position. So what it's doing is it's like rebending the threads. Put a little WD on it, worked it in, and you can get to a point, and what you do is you just basically back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you're reforming new threads, and eventually you'll get this to sync all the way, and then it will be fine. But it's just the amount of time that you take to probably fix this. You could probably build this whole thing. That new Insta360 X4 with Peter McKinnon. I've talked about Peter McKinnon before. He's definitely a very good watch. This camera is unbelievable, dude. But anyways, we're on to step number 3. So step number 3 is one piece of 16 and one piece of 10. So we've got part 16 and part 10, and it's going to require 2 feet. Hopefully these on the bottom here are going to be all right. We're going to find out in a second. So let's see, are these going to thread in? Look at that. See? Like butter. The way it should be. Same thing on this side. Look at that. Like butter. That's the way it should have been. Now, 2 pieces of this. Install that cross strut. Start it off by hand. Get that in there. Just using my fingers to align for straightness and give it a little bit of a crank. You can see it just wants to crush the metal, so you got to be careful. And we'll come up on this side, line it up. That's funny, the metal is slightly tweaked. This fastener's not as deep. Again, get what you pay for. What the hell? Nice and easy, just till you start to slightly deform the metal, and that way you're not going to crush these tubes. All right, now we'll move on to guy. So this is going to be the computer tower section. It does have it so that it's adjustable. So because I don't have a tower, I'm going to use this as a secondary shelved area. If I had a tower, I could bring it up to this higher point and have a small shelf on the top, but I'm going to put it to the middle point, and that way I've got 2 seemingly equaler size areas, I guess. So that's going to require a whole bunch of stuff. So we've got 1 piece of 5, 1 piece of 6, 2 pieces of 11, 2 pieces of 12, and then 4, 4, 4, and 2. We already got the 2 feet. We already did that. Why is it saying it again? Oh, no, because we got to do it again? What are you talking about, dude? We don't have to do that again. It's only, right? Oh, no, we do. So it's got those pieces. So where's the, oh, yeah, look at that. So we did have 2 more pieces. And those are going in to these pieces here. So let's throw these in right now. Make sure these are like butter. So, look at that. Looks like we're good. That goes into there, but I don't think that's, that's the wrong way. Don't do it that way. Goes into that right. Guy, you want to make sure you put it on the plastic portion. Like butter. Just like that. Same thing, flip this around. Like butter. This is how it should have been. So this is now attaching the small little 12 pieces to the bottom side of the 5 using D screws. Started by hand. That. And as far as alignment goes, just making sure that it's flat here. again, these tubes will crush real easy. Bring the fastener through. Same thing with this one. Yeah, originally I said I was going to use their tools. Yeah, guy, nope. Could do a little bit better on alignment here by just kind of pulling that over. Give that like a little tap with a hammer. You can see that it's slightly off of alignment right there. So, but things are loose enough. Give it a little tap with a hammer and things will be meant. See, now when placing these pieces on, you just have to keep in mind which way these nutsert pieces are going, because if you install it this way, you're not going to be able to get to those nutserts. But having it this way in the front and this way on the back is how you're going to want it, because you need that cross back brace. Technically it's like an I-beam, but it's like a T-bar. So the T-bar is going to connect, and you can see you got nutserts on that side, where that is, like I had said, that's that tower section that is going to be on the left-hand side. You just want to make sure that when you put this piece on towards the back, because this is going to be the front side, and then the other piece that you've got, do it the opposite way, and that way this is not protruding. It actually says it in the directions. 2, please pay attention to the direction of the hole on the metal rod. It's just not telling you like exactly how it should be. You just kind of, I just need to look at it and think about it for a split second. I mean, you don't have to have it perfect, but you just don't, like I said, don't want to crush these tubes. So, but I just like things to be kind of like aligned for some reason. This side, close enough. I'll fix that later with a hammer. So you can see I've got the nutserts on the back side facing this way, which is going to attach to that, and then I put it on the inside on this side. So get what I'm saying? That way it's just, I guess, a visual. All right, so we've got these two pieces done. You can see got the bar on that side, bar on the back side. That way things just kind of go together right. And I've got the nutserts on the front on this side. Did you catch that? I literally had to reverse the 2 bars. Did you catch that? I actually had to reverse the 2 bars. But anyways, yeah, the left and right sides are all set. So now, right now, it's calling for, we've completed all of this garbage here. So 1 piece of 13, which is that T or I brace, it goes across the back. And then we've got 2 pieces of number 14, which is just the 2 longer pieces, and that's going to be for the tabletop. And what's nice is that that tabletop sits on top of there, bolts into the side, bolts into the underneath, I think. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. But there's the tabletop, and yeah, guy. Let's just get this done. So one thing to pay attention to with these part 14s, actually does say it in the instructions, but you've got these E-screws. The E-screws go through this edge piece, go into the end, but you want to make sure that this screw goes down and through the large hole. Otherwise, it's not going to sit flat. This is where the tabletop goes on. So if you had it this way, the screw's going to stay above, and it just ain't going to work. So just make sure that goes this way. That way the screw goes down and inside, like that. Put this through the end. Another E-screw down and inside the hole, like this. Make sure it's straight. Sink it in. Same for the back piece. I need to grab this bar. Make sure the large hole is facing up. Dive that in. And I take a screw, put the screw through the side here. That way things are kind of like held together. Go ahead and run this in, just till it hits, and then run this one down. It's either Y or a T, way better. The provided ones do work, but it's just, you want to spend your whole day? No, I don't. Give that a nice good crank. Nice easy crank on this one, as you can see it already crushing the metal. And come over on this side. Install that into there. You'll see It crushed the metal. Nice and easy. Crushing the metal. What's up, hillbills? Grab this T-bar or I-beam. That was going to take, I think, a smaller screw. So that was going to take 4 pieces of B. So we'll look at B-bag. B-bag! Just peeling out the tops for these for B-bag. What I've noticed is each bag seems to give you 1 extra fastener, which is great. So we'll put this brace in, push it out a little bit. Look at that, it fits nice. This in. This is where the L-wrench works a little bit better, because this you can only get a couple of little tweaks. So that's where the L-wrench does come in better, or a Bondus style T-handle works good too. So I'll just put those in by hand. Same thing on this side. Just kind of get that in there. Lucky 13. See how I face that this way? Yeah, guy. Wasn't even paying attention. So this is where these L-wrenches come in a little handy. Give it a little crank. Same thing under here. Give it a little crank. And this, you can give a good tighten. It is into one of those little nutsert type of deals. So give it a good crank. Same thing up here. Come on, guy. Get in there. Give it a nice crank. And then the same thing on this side. Give it a crank. And then under here, a little bit tighter. Give that little bad boy a crank. Crank, and then nice. So now this is what this looks like as its frame. So we have the filing cabinet on this side. We've got the shelves, technically shelves, or the computer shelf on this side. Again, this shelf right here is an adjustable shelf, so if you had a tower, the tower could be underneath. Then you've got the top that goes on, and then you've got this piece which bolts onto here. So there's obviously a seam between that piece and the larger shelf. So let's see what they got now. Putting in the socket, so putting in the power outlet into the board, and then looks like we're assembling this and putting that into the board, and then we're installing that onto there, and then from there we'll be installing wooden dowels. So wooden dowels will slide in. I was wondering how that was going to work. So wooden dowels will slide into there, and then doing the little flexible things there. Look at that. It is a nut and bolt type of situation for the handles. It's kind of, and that is what it is too. It is filing cabinet style things for files. Just I'm not going to use it for that. I'm just going to use it for drawers. So, and then you've got the LED strip that you can install into there. Kind of almost seems like you'd want to do that first, but whatever. Then that's it, and then it'll be done. So the next time you see it, it's probably going to be this. Yeah, I don't know. I'll show you some other stuff. Look at the picture versus what you actually have in your hand. Things are set up a little bit different. What I would recommend is you can't really go by what this shows, because this shows the power plug on the same side as the USB plug on mine. But what I will say, have the ground port facing you. It's just a safety kind of deal. Also, if you look at the wording is this way versus not being that way. But yeah, definitely have your plugs facing that ground port. See what I'm saying? Like you're gonna stuff this down into there, right? You wanna have those ground ports facing you. That way, if for some strange reason, one of these plugs is slightly up or whatever, it's not going to be hitting. There's more chances of you getting electrocuted this way. So if you had this way, there's more chances of having an issue that way versus installing it this way and having that ground plug or ground prong facing your direction. Pro tip. Just like I was saying, here's bag 0, bag O. So they're literally giving you 1 extra screw, it seems like, in each thing. And that's great because time-wise, trying to find like one of these screws in my junk drawer, if one of these was missing, I think that's a great idea that they're doing that. These screws are going into that outlet. these little screws here. I'm actually going to use the thing that they gave. Like I said, sometimes you use the tools that they gave you. And because it's just such a basic thing, the hole's off, guy. It's not allowing it to seat down, but maybe it will once I give it a crank. There we go. Looks like it aligned all right. Plastic and pressed wood. Perfect combination. Here we go. Nice and close. All right, so now to install all of these things together. I'm just going to use this as a tabletop. So we've got this piece, which is the last piece. Well, not the last piece, but kind of the last piece. So these pieces go on like this, like that. There is no, you don't, these are symmetrical kind of deals. So in the instructions for it, it says that I need C. So we need 6 bolts of C to go ahead and install onto that thing there. So here's C. Again, there's probably 7 in here. Yeah, look at that. 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that. That's the one that I was using to try to rethread. Thinking it was the thing there. So this is also where an L wrench or a long-handled wrench would definitely, or a long-handled screwdriver type of deal would come in handy. Alright, so you can see all 3 of these little riser brackets are installed. It almost felt like these screws weren't long enough, but they were perfect in height. Do not over crank these. Again, you'll crush the tubes, and there's a potential of ripping out the little nutsert that's in there. That didn't happen, but yeah, it's just something to keep in mind. So now we're going to attach this to here, maybe installing it. You know what I was thinking? Yeah, so if I put this on the floor, then I'll be able to run those in, and I think it'll be easier. We're going to try it that way. Put this on the floor, and then stand it upright, and then run the screws in through the underneath. Just like this. Put this here, and I'll go ahead and I'll go after those ones first. Which bag are they wanting for that? 6 pieces of D. So you got to go to the D bag. P bag is for the other one. Alright, so here's the D bag. We need 6 pieces of D bag. So I'm going to leave 1 in there. So, oops. 1, 2, yep, 6. 1 extra D bag. So I'll go ahead and install these into there. I'm going to go ahead and line that up just to make it easy. Run that in. Yeah, man, you gotta be careful with all these fasteners, man. I'm literally crushing the wood. So definitely gotta be careful with this thing. So I'll do that. Go on this side. Run that in. Yeah, you definitely crush the wood, man. You gotta be really careful with this stuff. Again, it's that you get what you pay for type of deal. And that definitely seems to be the case here. Crush, you can hear it. Is IKEA stuff kind of like the same way? Cheap and you can crush stuff. It's like it's got its own lock washer kind of thing. Yeah, gotta be careful, man. Definitely be crushing those things. All right, so now I can put the top on. Watch out for that wire, because that wire needs to go down. So the top's on, like that. So again, same thing with crushing. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws that installed the top. And I was hoping that they've got white stickers to cover the holes because of the way this configuration could be. You can have the filing cabinet be either on the left or the right hand side. I call it a cabinet, but it is what it is. You can have the filing system on the left or the right. So yeah, I hope they have white stickers in there. I didn't check, so we'll see if they do. So here we go, top's installed. Now we're going to go ahead and install that top. We do have to install, again, there's 3 dowels, you only need 2 of them, so they've got literally 1 of everything extra is what I'm seeing here. So far it's working out. Normally with dowels you glue them, but I'm not going to recommend doing that, just in case you ever want to take this apart. If you glue these in, you're pretty much screwed. So just place these in. They're just like alignment little dowels. 4 screws attached there, and what it's doing is it's basically just giving this section of the table, I guess, some rigidity when you put this on, because 4 screws are bolting in to the underneath part of this. Go ahead and get this on. 4 screws down there, and there was 1 extra. So dowels installed. Basically just line up the holes, and that's it. Then I'm just going to take these 4 screws and attach them underneath in those 4 locations. So we've got 1, 2, and then 3, 4. So now it's all installed. Hindsight, the darker wood is going to hide these dark lines that you see when you have a white surface, and it's something that I just literally didn't think about. I didn't think about that. Isn't that funny how, you know, if stuff like this bothers you, you know, the way this might wear, you might notice it because this thing is white versus the wood option that they have. And I think it's wood top with black bars. This kind of looks a little clean, too clean for me. I think maybe that's what I'm getting at, I guess. I don't know. So these drawers are kind of cool too. They're a fabric with like a, kind of like a leather face. But they have these inserts that you put in the bottom that keep things rigid. They do have like a little ripcord. Probably should face the ripcord that way, but I want this look down like that. And then they've got these little handles with the screws. Just put your screws through, place them in, and then they've got 2 nuts to nut them up. And just because of OCD, I kind of aligned these so they're that way. And then take the little wrench they give you, and then you can go ahead and tighten up on the back side. And you can just take the unit and slide it in. So on the bottom one, it has these support rods. And I just wanted the support rods just to support the sides. I'm not going to be putting files on this. So I still installed them. But they do have these cross braces, but the cross braces don't function right now because what these do is these give you the alignment or the size of files, actual files. So these are good because you could also use it as divider or whatever, but yeah, this gives you the correct width. What I did is I just kind of angled it to the edge. Boom. Basically, this is done. The only thing I need to do is install the LED strip. So I'll install that. Very easy, just double-sided tape. Install it underneath, plug it in, plug that in, pull the ripcord on the remote, clean up the mess, throw away the garbage, and then I'll show you later tonight what the LED strip looks like. I needed a desk, I needed something to figure out what I'm doing with my stuff, and we'll see if this is gonna work. I may have to end up taking top off, I'm not sure because I have an iMac, it's a little bit different, but we'll see if it works. If it does, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't, man. So yeah, this is it. This is the new setup, man. Hopefully it works out.